city-wide theme overtaking the Coffinverse in 2023.
Greetings, everybody on Earth. It's your boy, proud publisher of Coffin Comics, Brian Pulido, and right here, right now, we're going to do a preview of our upcoming Kickstarter, Lady Satanus, Sinister Urge. I cannot convey to you how excited we are to present this. I mean, feast your eyes on what you're about to see. First up, look at this glorious image by Ebas, Eric Basaluda, and Ula Moss. A gorgeous image of the one and only Lady Satanus, the Devil's Daughter. This is the comic book that everybody always accuses us of making. I know that everybody out there in like the normal world look at Coffin Comics and they're like, they're making comics like this all the time. It's like, no, we're making it now. To commemorate Lady Satanus, King's Skull has been adorned with the trident of Lady Satanus. So let's get into it, shall we? What the heck is this Lady Satanus about? And that she's new, you know, are the interiors good? What's Coffin Comics up to? Well, first up, let me read to you the story. And here's a pro tip. When you see me busting out the clipboard, you know it's serious. So, expelled from hell, Lady Satanus, the devil's half-human daughter, finds herself powerless and alone on the mean streets of New York City during the summer of 1977, targeted for death by every demon criminal in the city who wants to make a name for themselves. Against all odds, Lady Satanus dares the impossible to conquer the untouchable Lucian and Drusilla Sargatanas, the powerful and perverse demon crime lords who have an iron grip on the city's underworld, and to crown herself New York City's crime boss. The only thing in her way? Absolutely everyone and everything. Guest appearance by Lady Death. So that gives you a hint of the overall feel of the story. Now, the creative talent on this story is myself and Mike McLean, co-writers, illustrator Omar Zalvidar, colorist his brother Hedwin Zalvidar, and lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. So you know you're in good hands. Now, before I get into revealing to you all the cool covers, cards, and prints that we have presented to you, let me show you some of the interiors. So feast your eyes, please, on page 1 of Lady Satanus. And here we do see her expelled from hell, coming up from the city sewers. Beautiful artwork by the team, passionate, exciting, a lot of detail. Omar really knocked it out of the park along with Hedwin. This is page 2, where Lady Satanus, in her complete garb, finds herself outside of CBGB's, and a couple of yuppies got something to say, and she just doesn't agree with them, because that's how it goes. Fun line over here. She wants to know where she is. She's in Manhattan in the Bowery. What is that music? Punk rock. I love it. Now surrender your attire. Next up, I want to show you a cool upcoming double-page spread. This is from pages 10 and 11. Now, Lady Satanus is in her punk rock attire, and she's actually performing a task that would, I don't want to give too much of the story away, but she's performing a task for a demon. Again, beautiful work by Omar and Hedwin. It has all the action, violence, and sensuality you would expect from Coffin Comics. Here's a cool page introducing our villains, the brother and sister team of Lucian and Drusilla, and what they do to people who don't act right in their crime cartel. And it is true. There is a guest appearance by the one and only Lady Death in this story. I don't want to give you too much. The Nameless Wolves of Visago, obviously. And so that gives you a sense also of what the interiors look like consistently. This is a 48-page story, self-contained, tells the complete story of Lady Satanus coming to Earth, New York City, summer of 1977. Some of the locations include the Lower East Side, CBGB's, Studio 54, the Swingers Club, Plato's Retreat, and it all happens in the week leading up to the real life blackout that happened in New York City. There really was this crazy blackout, the Summer of Sam. Wild time in the city. I was a 16-year-old living in New Jersey, wanting to live in New York. I don't know why like all that activity makes me want to go to New York, but it really did. So without further ado, may I please present to you some of the editions that are available. And first up, let me regulate your expectations. By design, this Kickstarter is stealthy. We call it a quick strike Kickstarter. There's probably 40% less reward tiers than we do on our other campaigns, and that is by design. As Coffin Comics matures and as we look to the future, we want to get more stories out to you. And in fact, we're like deep in the process of working on our next year and the year after stories. So first up, let me show you the premiere edition. The cover is by Mike Crone, color by Hi-Fi Design. It's a bunch of little fun things like Waldo in the background on this one, CBGBs obviously. Now, if anyone knows or don't know, I am a big 70s Marvel guy. I loved all the 70s Marvels, particularly supernatural stuff. So, of course, we had to do an homage to the Son of Satan cover, and this is by returning heroes Stephen Butler, Dan Feldmeyer. And remember, it's the Coffin Shaken first issue, everybody. The next edition we have is going to be by the one and only Sora Sung. This is a gorgeous image by Sora, and it is the jeweled edition. We don't have jewels on that just yet, but this is a mock-up. The color is by CC De La Cruz. And holy mackerel, Nathan Zerdy provides our naughty. And sorry, everybody, but indeed, it's naughty. And again, this is the comic book that everybody kind of accuses us of making all the time. Here it is. Next up, Sun K provides the cover for our official holofoil edition. And it happens to be naughty. A lot of naughtiness in this campaign. Sorry, not sorry? I don't know. Next up, holy mackerel, the naughty megafoil. And again, this is only the mock-up, but all these pentagrams will all be beautiful red foil. And this is by Jose Varice, Jeremy Clark, and Sanju Nivenju. Next up, this is a mock-up of our hardcover, which is by Paolo Pantalena, colored by Chuck Michael Obach. And rounding out our main rewards is the Naughty Heavy Metal Edition by Richard Ortiz and CC De La Cruz. Similar to other campaigns, we're going to have things like the High Roller and the Mega Baller, the Legend and the Mega VIP. So let me turn you on to those as well. Exclusive to the High Roller tier is this beautiful edition by Monty Moore called the Royal Edition. And then part of the Mega Baller tier is by Stephen Desario, is the one and only Metallic Jewel Edition. Stephen is a burgeoning artist that I met in New York Comic Con. He has made one other contribution to Coffin. I thought this image is absolutely gorgeous, and it's colored by CC De La Cruz. Also part of the Mega VIP tier is Anthony Spade's gorgeous Submission Edition, colored by Sanju Nivenju. And it's true. Lady Satanus is half human. She was born in Spain. Her mother was a nun who happened to get together with Satanis. Sorry, these are the sort of comics that we make. And when it worked out that at the age of 10 or 11, she could no longer stay on Earth. And Satanis actually brought her to hell to live with him in the city of Dis. Now, that's another story I would adore telling you. Her time in hell, how a woman who is half demon, half human, but reviled by the purebred demons, how does that person get along in that environment? Well, she does. In fact, I mean, they have to expel her, right? So, and take away all her power. So that is a story for another time. I get ahead of myself. But what I'd like you to know about Lady Satanus is she's half human herself. And although she kind of carries herself like she's better than everybody, she actually really adores humanity. So she does tend to take humanity's side. in the war against demonic activity. More of our cool Mega Baller tier. Oh Lord, here it goes. Richard Ortiz and CC De La Cruz in the Bondage Edition. So I know that among our culture, we do have some bondage aficionados, maybe some S&M aficionados. So we wanted to make this rope play cover with a degree of accuracy. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it tantalizes your imagination. Rounding out the Mega Baller tier, holy mackerel, Dawn McTague did this beautiful watercolor. We call this the Ritualistic Edition by Dawn McTague. We do have the Legend tier and the Mega VIP tier, so may I please show you the Legend tier. And that includes this gorgeous naughty image, naughty metal image. No, let me go up here first. The Legend tier. Present to you the Legend Edition by Eric Basaluda and Ula Moss. The Naughty Legend Edition. And the Virgin Art. That's the edition without any trade dress. And that tier overall will be limited to 50. And then we have the Mega VIP tier. It includes the following images. And I believe there is another image. We're going to get to it. In the Mega VIP, here we go. So first up, it'll be the Naughty Metal Legend, limited to 15 copies, 13 offered on the campaign. The gorgeous Pearl Ritualistic Edition, limited to 15. What am I thinking? Dawn McTague, 15 copies. And rounding it out will be the Handcrafted Edition. The Handcrafted Edition is also limited to 15. Individually hand-colored editions, colored by Sean Forney. Limited to 15, 13 offered. So that actually rounds out the main comic book editions. Now, for those of you who are print fans and card fans, let's talk about our prints and our cards for this campaign. First up, we have the nice print set. Stephen Butler, Paolo Pantalena, Monty Moore, Dawn McTague, and Sora Sung, including cards by Monty Moore, Sora Sung, card set, Stephen Butler, Dawn McTague, and Paolo Pantalena. That is print set 1 nice, card set 1 nice. Now let's jump over to the Naughty print set. Here we go. Naughty print set by Jose Varice, Richard Ortiz, Anthony Spey, holy mackerel, Richard Ortiz again, and Sun K. Complementing the print set is the Naughty official trading card set. Beautiful imagery by Richard Ortiz, Jose Varice, Sun K, Anthony Spey, and Ortiz again. Now, we know that people like their commemorative prints and their legend prints, so let me show you those. Those would also be included in what we're calling the ultimate print set, which would be print set 1 nice, print set 2 naughty, and these images that are available alone or as part of the ultimate tier. And that is the official commemorative limited edition, which will actually be numbered. Mike Chrome, Hi-Fi, Nathan Zerdy, the Naughty commemorative edition, the EBAS Naughty Legend edition, available as a print along with the Premier edition, and the EBAS Nice. Rounding out the ultimate trading card tier are the following images, beginning with the EBAS Legend, Zerdy Naughty, Stephen DeSario. Whoops, that's nice. That's Naughty by EBAS. And rounding it out, holy mackerel, is that Elias Chatzoudas? Is that some sort of indicator that there may be some sort of infusions on this campaign? Maybe. Jimmy Cough, would you be kind enough to take a step back and let's take this all in? Now, folks, if you haven't, we have a PDF preview, which we are about to put out for you to take a look at and to plot and plan your Kickstarter. And here's a couple of requests. Number one, if you're interested in what you see here, please join up and get a Kickstarter account. It's as simple as making an Amazon account. Simply go over to Kickstarter, fill in your information, and you'll all be good to go. If you already are Kickstarter savvy, please sign up to our pre-launch page. We'll provide a link somewhere, bio somewhere, I don't know. And then we also are releasing simultaneously the official PDF preview. As you can tell, this is what we call a quick strike campaign. It's very focused, and it's all to celebrate our newest wonderful character to receive her own book. I hope, on behalf of all the creative team and Coffin Comics, that you will consider our goods when we launch this campaign 2 weeks from now on Wednesday, June 14th at 7 p.m. Arizona time. I'm sure we're going to have a preview show a half hour before, so I cordially invite you to be part of that too, those types of shenanigans. So without further ado, I'd like to thank you so much for attending this preview. You guys have been awesome. I've been Brian Pulido, Coffin Comics. Get ready for this campaign. It's going to be a fun one. Thank you, everybody.
Swarmfest, Swarmfest, Swarmfest! Swarmfest, the global gathering for Coffin Comics Fiend and the Swarm, featuring exclusive party, artist, signings, commission, panels, beer, food, coffee, alcohol, tours of HQV2, trading posts, CGC, friendship, community, camaraderie, shenanigans, insanity, and more. Plan ahead. Be there!
Tickets and details on